Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and I just received Blazon, the Kickstarter copy from 25th Century Games. So this is a game by Dave Conklin with artwork by Ian O'Toole. This is the standard edition of the game. There was a deluxe edition available on the Kickstarter that had maybe a nicer finish on the box and some wooden components. I did receive this, though, which is a nice cloth bag with a Embellishments mini expansion. So we'll take a look at that later. But this game is, I assume, what you would get if you were to just buy the game at retail. So if you look at it, it's a game of medieval heraldry. All right. Yeah. There we go. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 14 and up. I'm suspect about ages 14 and up, but that's probably just a components thing. You can see all the different pieces there that come in the game, and it is, about making your own making some heraldry, which is, an interesting theme. All right. Let's take a look inside. And what have we got? All right, right up front, it looks like we've got rules. Hey, there's solo rules. All right. So that's nice if somebody wants to play with those. So it did say 2 to 4 players on the box, but I didn't know that solo thing was in there. So that is sort of interesting. All right. So there you go. There's the components, board tokens, all the cards. Really, there's just a ton of cards in this game. All right. Set up the element cards. All right. That's what those are called. All right. How to play. All right. So the acquire action, the Blazon action, placing cards. All right. Good. Herald action into the game. Final scoring, of course. And some optional rules. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. So I did hear the abatement tokens here was something you should only do if you've played the game before. All right. So what else we got in here? Like a bag of stuff. All right. Let me open that up. And these are going to be the player boards. And I don't know what else is in here. All right. Let's take a look. There's a player board, and we'll look at one of those a little bit more in detail. I think let me just pull all of them out here. All right, so there was like a blue and a grayish black and a purple. That's my player color I like to play with. All right. All right, so here's the board, and you're going to put cards out here. And these tell you what kind of card can go there. And then I guess this is your score track and some bonuses, I think, as you hit the score track. This is quite large. It's nice. Okay, cool. And is that the abatement token? Is that what that thing is called? Yeah, I think so. So that's, something that you don't have to use or not recommended to use right from the beginning. And these are probably where your distinction markers go, because I think that's what those cubes are in this game. All right, there's also the central board. So up here, you're going to put the, scoring objectives. What are they called? I don't know, maybe distinction cards, maybe would go up there. So that's, one way to score points. And this symbology, once you learn it, basically tells you how to play the whole game from my understanding. So I don't know it all yet, but there you go. There's a cheat sheet on how to play the game. All right, let's get this open. These are all the things that I think in the deluxe edition would be wooden tokens, upgrades. I don't really care for that kind of stuff so much. Sure, it's nice, but usually the cost of those extra things, I don't bother going for those. So, all right, let's have a look. So these are different animals, and these are achievement tokens. Not exactly sure how you achieve those, but there you go. That's nice. I don't need a wooden version of that. But anyway, maybe I'll feel differently after I play the game a bunch of times. I'll be like, man, I wish I had the deluxe version. All right, so these are herald tokens, little ink pots, maybe with a quill in them, I guess is what they're going for there. And these are those abatement tokens that I talked about. And I'm not exactly sure what that is. All right, here are those distinction markers that I talked about. All right, so it's just a basic cube. In each player color, you've got It's like 5 in each player color. That makes sense. I'll put those over there. We've got that as always. And these are the prestige counters. I wonder if these are screen printed in the deluxe version. I don't know, but there's just one for each. I guess is that the scoring maybe around the edge of your shield is the prestige. All right. And then we've got a ton of these cards. So these are, I believe, the distinction cards. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Because they have this, I recognize that you slot these things, right? So you slot these in like that, right? So I guess somebody can score 3 points in one and then the other players don't get any. I don't know all the symbology of what it is that you do to achieve these, right? So I haven't cracked the symbology for the game yet. But I'm guessing that if you have those 3 symbols, that, or patterns, maybe they're called, that you can, you know, if you're the first one to do it, you get that. So, all right. Let's have a look at a bunch of these. They have different letters, so I don't know if that corresponds to like you always have an A and a B and a C and a D, or difficulty or something. I haven't actually read how to set the game up, but an E. So, but there you go. These are the distinction cards. 5 in each color, A through E. All right. There you go with those. And we have tincture cards and device cards. So I guess these are the tincture cards. 40 of these. Yeah, you know, they're just nothing particularly special about that, but it's not low quality either. All right, let's just go through some of these. You know, when I talked about these having to pattern match when you place them, so maybe we can look at one of the boards and see. Let me see if I can find one that I think matches. Huh. Not sure with all of those symbols, because it looks like, you know, you're going to be putting these out on your board, and just like these, I'll just say question mark. So can I just put those wherever I want? Not sure exactly, but you know, let's have a look at a bunch of these. So, all right, so these, you know, tincture is just the color. Guess is don't know the formal definition of tincture, but it makes me think color. All right, so we have all of these. That's kind of cool. Oh, and an inverse. All right. All right, and what's next? We had the other cards. I think I'm gonna have to cut this one open. It wasn't easy open like all the others, probably because of the number they're in here, right? That other deck was 40, but this is twice as big. There's 80 of these. All right. Cool. You know, I don't know. This is probably just for flavor. The text, I don't think there's anything that actually matters, but it does describe, you know, what you're seeing there, which is kind of cool. All right. So you can see here I was talking about the pattern matching. So I think this means that you can play this here because that pattern matches these patterns. So that's why you see these on the board and then these there. And, you know, so like this, again, I could play down here, right? All right, so there are some restrictions on where you can play stuff. Let's look at some more of these. So I have to say that 25th Century Games has been putting out a lot of stuff recently. And I had gotten, I think the first thing I got from them was Kohaku. And I was like, well, that's interesting. It's an interesting theme. And then I also really liked the game. That wasn't, originally from them, but it was such a hit on the Kickstarter, I guess, that they decided to partner with 25th Century Games to put that game out. And then I think maybe Raw Deluxe was the next thing I saw from them. And I was like, all right, well, I'm interested in what this company is doing. So then I saw this one and I was basically just the theme, right? The theme sold me entirely. It looked like it was fun. Looked like maybe even my kids would enjoy it. And this must be, or this is related to those animal tokens. So this is a game that I don't actually know that much about how to play it, to be honest, but I got it anyway because of the company and the theme. So, all right, well, that's nice. Some bags in there because I do try to bag my components whenever I can. So if you back the game on Kickstarter, you also got this nice cloth bag. Not really sure what that's for. I guess just to store stuff in because I don't think you really draw anything from a bag in the game. But, it is nice. It's nice quality. It seems like it would hold up. And it comes with this embellishments mini expansion. So I don't know if you can just mix these cards in. I assume that's what they're... I don't see any extra rules here, so I assume you just mix these extra cards in. So these look like Tincture Cards. Yep, that is the tincture symbol. All right, so we've got different tinctures here, and then, those are device cards. So we've got some device cards in here too. A chevron reversed. Ooh, a fox. Neat. Tiger. Yep. So a lot of cool patterns here. Definitely think having more of this in the game is good. I wonder if these were just things that didn't quite make the cut for the base game for some reason, or thought maybe it was too complicated to add this extra stuff in there. So essentially, I don't know. It's like add this at your own risk, maybe. That's kind of cool. Avoided. Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, that's the embellishments mini expansion and the cloth bag that is the Kickstarter rewards for backing the campaign. That is Blazon. Blazon? I guess it's like emblazon, right? Blazon. From 25th Century Games. If you have any questions about this game, you can leave those in the comments here on YouTube, or if you look in the description of this video, you'll see we have a Discord channel. You can come in there and ask me about that. I'll see what I can do to answer those. We've also got links down there in the description to all our social media channels if you want to follow us. If you did like this video, please do hit the like button. That does help us out, and consider subscribing. But yeah, until the next time, thanks for watching the unboxing of Blazon.